coming off of a pretty good season at Oklahoma. Playing good football, knowing what it takes to be good at that level. Hopefully bringing that into this season, obviously. But I think it's going to take a lot of reps between me and the guys, getting on the same page. Obviously this is Coach Kingsbury's first year, so just finding that groove. And once we do, I think we can be pretty dangerous.
Kyler Murray, Cardinals rookie quarterback. The question is, how long will it take him to find the groove, especially when they compete with the likes of the Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers, Chris? But look, so far so good for Kyler Murray. It's going to be fascinating to see week one what he does. Lions come to town. How is he going to look against an NFL caliber defense when it's full speed, full go game that counts?
Yeah, no, I mean, we're all going to be excited for that. I mean, that's why the Arizona Cardinals are kind of going to be must-watch football, and hey, we've got into that whole scrambling quarterback conversation, right, with Kyler Murray the other day. Had a lot of people, coming at you and I, how do you know he's one of the best scramblers in football yet? He hasn't even played a game. Listen, this is one of the greatest runners in the history of the sport to come in running the football at the quarterback position. So, yes, I don't think he's going to be able to run 70-yard touchdowns like he did at Oklahoma, but I'm pretty confident he will be in the conversation for one of the best scrambling quarterbacks and the best running quarterbacks in football year one right away. So that's where it's going to be dangerous. And then can they just get somebody else on that offense to be dangerous with him, right? That's my other question. We know the running back, I'm blanking on his first
David Johnson.
Thank you. I've almost said Larry Johnson. David Johnson, we certainly know he's top-notch. He can make a whole lot of plays, but who's going to be that receiver in the pass game that becomes the go-to guy that he has that connection with, or who Cliff Kingsbury is going to design a lot of the big-time plays for? I know Larry Fitzgerald's really good, but he's not dangerous that way anymore. So those are the things I'm excited to see with Kyler Murray in that Cardinals offense.
Hey, and the must-watch TV element extends to the preseason because there's a nationally televised preseason game against the Raiders, which means the Hard Knocks cameras may be picking up some Kyler Murray storylines as well. Maybe some swear words from John Gruden as he runs circles around the Oakland Raiders defense. There also may be some L.A. Rams in Hard Knocks because they're talking about joint practices between the Raiders and the Rams. And one of the big storylines for the Rams, quarterback Jared Goff, specifically his future with the team as driven by the contract he's going to want. Sean McVay, the coach of the Rams, sat down with Fred Rogan of NBC's L.A. affiliate. And listen to what some of McVay had to say about his quarterback, Jared Goff. Here it is.
I don't know how often you check online and hear what the pundits say. One suggested that, the thing about Jared Goff is there'll be a point in time where you're just going to get rid of him because you're going to bring somebody in here who's younger and be your kind of guy. Now, to me, I thought that was insane. You can tell me if it is, because you've developed him into one of the top quarterbacks in the game.
Yeah, he's developed himself into that, and we've been able to work together really well over the last couple of years. I can assure you that is not going to happen. He ain't going anywhere.
Okay, first of all, Fred, feel free to call me out if you're going to take one of my arguments. And second of all, you oversimplified it. The point is this. Will the Rams pay Jared Goff what he wants, or will they be the first team to say, we're just not going that far? We think we have other alternatives to whatever you're going to want, whether it's $35 million, $38 million, $40 million a year. And when we look at everything that Sean McVay has been saying about Jared Goff, we only played a very small clip of it. He goes on to be very effusive about Jared Goff in that interview. And he was very effusive about Jared Goff yesterday when talking with reporters. Chris, one of the top rules of negotiation, don't give the agent extra ammunition to say, here's why we want $40 million a year. Look at what Sean McVay's saying about it.
Yeah, well, I think Sean McVay's more worried about the other conversation that's going on about Jared Goff right now, which is, how good is Jared Goff? How great is he? He's trying to defend his quarterback. Listen, he's done a lot of good things with Jared Goff. Yes, do I think he's a top 10 talent in the NFL? No, I certainly don't. Do I think he can make enough game-changing plays just with his physical ability? No, I don't. But he can still win football games, as we've seen, and McVay is going to back his quarterback through and through. I mean, what do we expect him to say here, first of all? So that's where I look at it, and I just think there's going to be too much public pressure in the end of the day for the Rams, and they will give Goff somewhat close to what he gets. I just think that'll happen, even though I think the Rams are the type of team that would think about it, like you're saying.
It all comes down to how much he wants, though. That's
Yeah.
the key. And the stuff McVay is saying isn't going to make him want less. That's for sure.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.